Quasimodo was the son of gypsies with body abnormalities, making people like Judge Frollo, Quasimodo's guardian for the greater portion of his life, see him as less than human and without value. After being locked away inside the towers of Notre Dame without socialization and human contact, Quasimodo befriends 3 gargoyles which we assume lurk along the bell tower. They seem real to us and to Quasimodo, but do the gargoyles reside in Notre Dame or in Quasimodo's mind? Are the statues that resemble Victor, Hugo, and Laverne even there? Hello, I'm Isaac from Watso Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people, and today we are going to determine if the gargoyles in the Hunchback of Notre Dame are alive. Above all other purposes, the gargoyles act as the ideal friends for Quasimodo. They boost his confidence and convince him he can be loved during the song A Guy Like You. They empower him to explore the Festival of Fools and to experience life in the moment. The gargoyles even believe in Quasimodo like no other, and they do all of this because they are part of his mind. In his isolation, Quasimodo developed these friends from the statues surrounding the balcony. After years of developing his gargoyle friends, they each grew their individual personalities to help him, each gaining a specific niche. Together, they become what Quasimodo believes to be the ideal friends. First, there is Hugo, who is in love with culture, entertainment, romance, and action. He also is the most comical, rebellious, and reckless of the 3 gargoyles. Then we have Victor, who acts as the voice of caution for Quasimodo on his adventures. He tries to stay level-headed and keep peace with his surroundings. Finally, Laverne is the wisest of the gargoyles, often giving Quasimodo advice on how to proceed through life and acts as the voice of reason. They all want Quasimodo to achieve his dreams, even though each gargoyle individually has differing values and personalities. They all feed off of one another to convince Quasimodo to live his life to the fullest. They argue with one another, but never with or about Quasimodo, because he created them to help him process the world in his extreme isolation. Quasimodo does acknowledge the lack of existence of his friend.
Whomever are you talking to?
Friends.
See? And what are your friends made of, Quasimodo?
Stone.
Can stone talk?
No, it can't.
Although he is smart enough to realize the stone statues he imagines could never truly be alive and with him, without Disney magic of course, he ignores the logic of Judge Frollo and believes with his whole being in his friends. Without the gargoyles externally processing his emotions and thoughts, he may not have stayed sane tending to Frollo and being alone for as long as he had. He owes them his life. The reason we know Quasi imagines the gargoyles is because they are never acknowledged by any other character. What about when the gargoyles are fighting Frollo's soldiers? Doesn't this prove Quasi isn't imagining any of it? Well, not exactly. Quasimodo is very empathetic and doesn't enjoy hurting others, but he does come to the conclusion Judge Frollo is an evil man with an unquenchable and irrational thirst for blood. So when the guards come to seize Esmeralda from Quasi, statues are seen fighting the guards. But if they aren't really there, then what is actually going on? If Quasimodo believes his friends are the ones assisting the infliction of pain onto the guards, then Quasi's conscience can stay clean. Another example of Quasi using the gargoyles as a way to preserve his conscience is when Judge Frollo is standing above Esmeralda ready to end her life. Right before Frollo murders her, another gargoyle lights up and drops Frollo into the fire, purifying the city, but not in the way Frollo had intended. Quasimodo never wanted to end another's life, but when he was brought to the decision to end Frollo or allow Esmeralda to be killed, Quasi chose to protect Esmeralda. Maybe Quasi swung and pushed Frollo off, or punched the wall with such power that Frollo lost his balance. But regardless, Quasimodo preferred to imagine a demon from hell coming into existence to end his master's life, instead of accepting it was him. Quasimodo developed his gargoyle friends to help him cope with the depressing nature of his situation and project his concerns and problems into the world around him. Since no one ever acknowledged the many gargoyles we see frozen around Notre Dame, we know they must not truly be there with Quasi. But that doesn't mean they aren't alive. Because Quasimodo believes in his friends and accepts them as his reality, then we have to understand that in his heart, Victor, Hugo, and Laverne, will always be his most loyal and caring friends. So now it's time to let me know what you think. Do you think the gargoyles are alive? Do you think Quasimodo developed his friendships as a coping method? And what's your favorite article of clothing? I would say my favorite is my watch. Put your thoughts in the comment section along with any future ideas for discovering Disney episodes. For all of my fellow Disney theorists out there, I just wanted to read an idea from MLG which I really enjoyed. MLG explains Scar didn't want the eldest son to take all the credit like how Mufasa did with Scar. So he wanted Kovu to accomplish Scar's dreams by having the younger son become the king, unlike how the eldest son should traditionally receive the throne. Great thought, MLG. I'm a big fan of this theory. I read every comment posted in my videos, and I love the opportunity to highlight my audience's thoughts in future episodes like MLG's. So if you want your comment in a video, just put a statement saying you'd like to see your idea in a future episode. I don't know if this will be on every video, but I thought it would be a fun idea to try out and get my audience involved. Finally, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, then remember to subscribe to Watso Videos. Thank you for watching and have a magical day.